Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build. Today I'm building a fancy tea parlor, and it's actually a live-in tea parlor. So we're right now building the two Sims who are going to live in that tea parlor and run it. So the two Sims are married. Their names are Claire and Marcy, and they're absolutely adorable. I must say though, just so you guys know, remember my hard drive wipe? I know I keep mentioning it, but it was very, very annoying. I lost a lot of cast custom content especially, and I'm still kind of dealing with rebuilding that, so I don't have as much stuff in my cast selection as I would like, but I still think they end up looking like really, really cute, and I have a lot of new hairstyles and clothes that I discovered recently, so I hope you guys like that too. But yeah, so our first Sim, this is Claire. I know her name says was that Angela Pleasant, but that's just because it was like a random Sim that I took and I'm just like redoing, but her name is Claire. Claire Coleman. I remember both their names end up being alliterations, Claire Coleman and it's like Marcy like Mays or something, I don't know, but Claire I think is the person who's like very upbeat and cheery and kind of like does a lot of, she's the one who wanted to open the tea parlor. She's very like passionate about that kind of thing, and her wife Marcy, I think she's more of like the business side, like she runs more of the numbers and the behind the scenes kind of stuff, and I think they're just probably like a really strong power couple because they just have like this really incredible like business dynamic, where you know Claire can just do all the charismatic tea business stuff, but Marcy does all like the stuff that Claire doesn't want to do, like all the numbers and the the business and the taxes and all that stuff, and they both just like love running this tea parlor together, and they're just like absolutely happy and in love. And yeah, let's get into the actual tea parlor. I don't think I've ever built a tea parlor before, and honestly I'm not quite sure like how accurate this is to like real tea parlors because I've never been in a real tea parlor. It kind of ends up being more like a cafe, I would say, so it's not like super like traditionally a tea parlor. It's just like a cafe that probably like specializes in like tea and like fancy drinks and food and stuff, but I really like the idea of the tea parlor being built into this really old like Victorian style house. So this really is like a Victorian inspired build. That being said, Victorian is kind of a hard architectural style for me personally to capture, just because like it's kind of a complex style, you know what I mean? Like it has a lot of like, it's a lot about like complex details, like there's a lot of ornaments and ornamental details in Victorian builds, and that's just kind of hard to have in The Sims because like build mode items are a lot harder to get than buy mode items. So let me know if any of you guys like know specific like Victorian architectural packs, because I would absolutely love to have more, because Victorians are just so fun to build. But this is my best shot at a Victorian style house, and it's not like super traditional. The inside especially is a little bit more like modern and updated, and it's not really based on like any like particular Victorian in real life, just kind of like specific Victorian elements, like like tall towers and like I don't know, like detailed windows and stuff. I don't know, you'll see what I mean when we go along. And in general, in terms of like color palette, I was going for a lot of like pinks and soft oranges and just like really warm, cozy colors, because I want this to be a place that would just be like a nice cozy Victorian where you would come and drink some tea with your friends. Maybe you could throw a birthday party here. I don't know, just like a really cozy place. And it's also a live-in, like I said. So Marcy and Claire live on the second floor. So this is their home. So I wanted their home to also just, be cozy and beautiful and nice. Like I said, I love Victorians, but they're so expensive in real life. Like they're like probably just they're insanely expensive, and I don't think I'll ever be able to live in one. I don't know if I would want to even, because like they're so beautiful, but I imagine there must be a lot of like upkeep with them, because like they're like I said, so ornamental, and so detailed. I can't imagine how you would like be able to take care of all that. I don't know. It would be so incredible to me if any of you lived in Victorian. Let me know how that is, how that experience is, because I'm so jealous. I would absolutely love to do that. They are beautiful, beautiful homes. But I wanted to do, like some creative like shaping with the home, because, Victorians, like I said, have like complex shapes and stuff. So I have this like tower on the right here, and we actually like turn like the top like floor of the tower into like a lovely little like reader's book nook, and it's so fantastic. I would love to live here. And this is in Brightchester, I think. So I'm not quite sure where Brightchester is supposed to be. Like it's from the university pack. I'm I'm not sure, is it supposed to be in America? I'm not quite sure. I don't really know where this tea parlor like exists in the world. It might be American, it could be somewhere European, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, like what the vibe of this is, because I never know. And as always, if you guys have any name ideas for, you know, what this tea parlor could be called, let me know as well. Maybe it's like Claire and Marcy's, you know, tea parlor. I don't know. You guys will come up with something way better than me, and let me know, and we can talk about it. But yeah, anyways, this is coming together really nicely. I added in that roof detail there. You can see like the ornamental roof thing. But I tried to add as much ornament as I could as possible. But that being said, even like a real Victorian would have way more going on for it. Like it would have like a lot more detail in it, but I did the best that I could, and I still think it ends up very, very pretty. Very quickly there in the front, we'll go back to in a second, but I put in a sign that said kettle, which I thought would be like a really cute, you know, temporary name for this place. So like, again, if you guys come up with better names, then definitely tell me. But for now, we're just gonna call it kettle because that's what the sign says. And I thought it was just, you know, fitting in the moment. But this Victorian actually has like this little outdoor space over here where we're gonna have some extra seating for the tea parlor. And then the top floor of the little tower has its own little balcony. So there's actually quite a lot of outdoor space here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also really wanted to incorporate like plants into this build. I wanted it to be like a plant-filled Victorian. That being said, there's I think I could have gone with the plants even more. Like I think I should have pushed myself in terms of like plant populating on the inside. But I tried to make it like have some plants just to bring in some like green and nature. And also I feel like that's like a really like specific thing that people like, maybe this is just me, but whenever I think of Victorians, one of the aesthetics I think of is like the Victorian filled with plants. And I don't know why. Maybe that's just me, but I really like the aesthetic of like all these really old detailed buildings and then having like a lot of greenery. I think it's just like absolutely beautiful. So that's what I was trying to do here, though I do think I could have done it more, but yeah, it's still pretty good, I think. But yeah, so now we're getting into the inside. So like I said, the apartment for Claire and Marcy is on the second floor, and then the first floor and a little small part of the second floor are part of the tea parlor. And like I said before, it kind of ends up being a little bit more like a tea cafe. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. It just like in my head, a cafe is a little bit more casual than a parlor, and this place is definitely a little bit casual. I do feel like it's probably located somewhere near a college campus. Maybe like a women's college where it's like really like liberal and chill, and they're all like, oh, let's go to the tea parlor and like talk about like art and philosophy and stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely somewhere near like a really cool like liberal arts campus off in the middle of nowhere. And this is like the local like tea parlor where it's like very like historic, not necessarily historic, but like very like culturally popular and special to the students. So maybe they have like student events here too, you know, like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of something like tea trivia nights or something where you can come and just like test your knowledge about tea. I don't know. And it could be like a special like tradition that they have. I don't know. But I do feel like it's probably somewhere near a college campus. So they would be serving like a younger demographic. And I think that's why I kind of went more in the casual direction than in like the super like stuffy, like old school direction of what a tea parlor can be. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in terms of the way this turns out. But we definitely go with a lot of pinks and warm colors. I've been doing like a lot of like, I mean, I think it's honestly just my reshade, but all my builds have been so like pink and warm recently. And I love it. I mean, it's just, I think it's partly because it's wintertime and it's getting so cold and gray and bleh. And The Sims is just like a nice way for me to live in this like cozy, warm, you know, world. So it's my little bit of my escape from reality. But anyway, so in the front here, when you enter, you have right away this counter where you can order your tea. You can see that we have like the little containers of like the special tea types up on that shelf there. It's a pretty like small kitchen area, but like I imagine they're serving like mainly like small pastries and tea, obviously. So I don't think they would need like a full-blown kitchen. That being said, like the apartment upstairs does have a kitchen, so like if they need to cook more stuff, then they have it. It's just like they don't really have like an industrial, like commercial size kitchen. I think it's fine. But this place ends up being so cute. I wish I had a little bit more tea custom content because I feel like I could have gone a little bit more heavy-handed with like the tea theme. because like I said, it kind of turns out being a little bit more just like a casual cafe, but like, you know, they serve tea, so it's a tea parlor now. I was like momentarily like considering putting some vines out on our like outdoor deck, but I ended up scrapping that because it looked a little weird. But on the inside here, we're gonna start putting in our tables. I go with this like really interesting like green-blue checkered cloth, which I feel like is a really nice contrast to bring into this very like pink environment. Because like I mentioned in some of my videos, I'm trying to be more experimental with color, because in the past, like if you go back and watch a lot of my early videos, I feel like everything is just like super like on the same, it's very monotone. Like I'll have builds that just have like creams and whites and like no other colors. And not hating on those builds, I'm still very proud of them. It's just I do feel like I should be getting more out of my comfort zone and being more bright and colorful and, you know, vibrant, I guess. So, and I know to other people that seems so like duh, and it seems so like, well, even this isn't super bright and colorful, but you know, for me, I do think that this turns out looking really, really cool. And I'm really proud of the color palette because we have all these different things going on, and I don't know. I'm very, very happy with the direction my my internal color eye is going. It's such a weird sentence, but you guys know what I mean. Anyways, in this back room, we have that little seating area over there with the bench, and then there's going to be like more of like a sit down, like couch casual area. So this would, like, you don't necessarily have to sit at a table. You can, like, come and chill. Kind of like Starbucks, you know, where they have sometimes, like, sit-down, like, couches and stuff. Like that. So there's also a little fireplace here. So if you wanted to come here in wintertime and, like, cozy up at night by the fireplace and drink your tea and just, like, chill with your friends, this would be, like, the perfect place to do it. Or, like I said, since it's near a college campus, maybe students come here to study really late at night. I don't know why, but, like, for some reason I'm thinking of, like, Harry Potter right now, like, when they would study in the Gryffindor, like, what's it called? The dorm in the center where they have the fireplace and they would, like, study around the fire and, like, have their homework on the coffee table stuff. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, this is a very specific image in my head. But that's kind of, like, the vibe I'm thinking of right now. It's like a nighttime, cold outside, warm inside, fireplace kind of study sesh. Yeah, anyways, okay, so this is our little sit-down area, and we are going to put in a chessboard in a minute, actually, because I really like the idea that, you know, like, maybe they have, like, other events here, like, maybe they have, like, chess competitions or something like that, or it's just there for, you know, if you need a little activity to do while you're waiting for your tea, you have a little chessboard there. I don't know how to play chess. I don't know if I'm, like, supposed to know how to play chess, because I feel like a lot of people I meet know how to play chess, and I always am surprised because I don't know how to play, and I feel like it's hard to learn how to play. And so many people know how to play, so I feel like I need to learn how to play. There's, like, this social pressure on me. And I think part of it was just, like, doubled by the success of Queen's Gambit, which I watched and I very much enjoyed, but I still couldn't understand the game. If any of you guys know chess, let me know how you learned and how I should learn, or if I should learn at all. Maybe I'll just stick to checkers. I like checkers. Pretty simple. Anyways, regardless, we are in, what are we doing? Now we're in this other little room, or I guess we're done, but we just put in some chairs and tables and stuff. You guys know how it is. And then up on the second floor, we have this bathroom. So this is the bathroom that's open to the visitors and the guests. And then on the left, you can see it can go into the apartment. So the apartment is, like, connected inside the tea parlor. And then up here is, like, a little bit more of a seating area. I don't know how good of an idea white couches were in a tea parlor. People were gonna drip and spill stuff, so that maybe was not the smartest choice. But, you know, it's fine, whatever. And then outside in this little deck area, we're just gonna put in some pretty simple tables. I feel like this would be, like, the nicest place to sit in the whole building, just because you have this beautiful, like, canopy of flowers above you, and you just get this view, and there's, like, that little lake back there, and oh my goodness, I want to be outside right now. It's so freaking cold. It's getting so cold here, and I'm sure where you guys are, it's probably getting cold there too. So, you know, good luck. We're in this together. I'm not a fan of cold weather. I know some people are, and if you are, props to you. I wish I was. I'd have a lot better time. But it sucks. Whatever, it's fine. And I don't like snow. I didn't see snow in my life until I was, like, an adult. Like, I didn't live in a place that snowed until I was a lot older. So the first time I saw snow, it was like, wow, it's so magical, it's so beautiful. And then, like, a day later, I was like, wow, this, like, really sucks. Like, the fantasy and, like, the image I had of snow in my head disappeared really fast as soon as I, like, experienced what it really is like. It sucks. And also, I'm kind of I bike a lot. I'm I'm a biker, so when it snows, it just kind of like limits my ability to do that, and it's just very, very frustrating because I love being outside and just biking around, and it's fine. I'm not complaining. There's benefits to the cold weather, which is I get to wear my really cool jackets. But anyways, so we are in the apartment now. It's a little bit of a tight apartment. It's kind of small, but like I also imagine that like when the tea parlor closes, like at night, then like Claire and Marcy can literally use the rest of the building like as part of their home. You know what I mean? Like if they're feeling a little bit cooped up in their apartment, they can literally go downstairs to like the other little fireplace area and chill there if they wanted to. You know what I mean? So it's small, but like they have the rest of the house to use if they need to. And here's a little bedroom. And in a moment, we're going to put in or not in a moment, but later on, we're going to put in a ladder that'll go up to the reading nook above. But they have this lovely little desk right by the windowsill. You have all these freaking plants, and you have the sunlight coming through. Oh my goodness. This is such an aesthetic. I love plants and Victorians and just like window sills. Such a strange thing to think of, but that's just me. And then on this wall here, we're just gonna put a little bit of rack to hang their cardigans and their umbrellas and their coats and stuff. And then we're gonna put in, I think, another painting. Oh yeah, we put in this painting of like a wolf. I don't know why. I just thought it was cool. And then this little entrance, we just give them a little bit of a closet so they can have some extra storage. And then I'm gonna put in some trees. For a second, I actually forgot about the third floor in the tower, so I almost like finished this build without doing it. But good thing I remembered, because the book nook ends up being so freaking cute, you guys. It's probably like one of my favorite places in this build. And then we gave them a little kitty cat mailbox. So here I am putting in that ladder I talked about. So directly in their bedroom, they can go up to the third floor here, and then, like I said, it's a book nook. So either, it's probably Marcy, I imagine, is more of like the bookworm. She really would like just come up here and just like read for hours and hours and hours. Like maybe when like, because she does all the business stuff, so maybe when there's like not business stuff to do, like while Claire's like running the tea parlor, she'll just come up here and just like read all day. And I don't blame her. Like this is I would love to have a book nook, I feel like I would read a lot more if I had like a specific place to read and it was like beautiful like this, where you have this shelf of books, you have some plants, you have this magnificent view out of these beautiful windows, and you have this really cool chair. I love chairs like this, like with the huge like back. It's so cool. And then I put a little rocking chair out on the balcony so she could also read outside if she wanted to. But yeah, that is the build. Let me know what you guys think. I think it was so fun to do. I'm so happy for Marcy and Claire. I wish I had their lives. That seems fantastic to be able to run a place like this. If you guys hear any sort of like clicking in the background, that is my cat. He is playing with a bottle cap right now. He loves bottle caps more than he probably loves me, because he just like plays with them all the time and he's obsessed. So that's what that sound is. And yeah, so it is Wednesday, it's the middle of the week. Let's see, Thanksgiving is tomorrow? I don't know, it's very, very soon, so happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are celebrating it. And those of you who are not celebrating it, try to get in on that turkey anyways, because turkey is freaking delicious, okay? It's so good. I love Thanksgiving food. It's the only part of the holiday that I really enjoy is the food, to be honest. Anyways, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.